All right. Hello, everybody. We are the Athena Alliance, and we're going to start off with a few introductions. My name is Imani, or you can call me Low Chaos Gaming. I am a Facebook gaming partner, full time content creator, and part time baby cosplayer. In my spare time, I am a professional dancer and beginner martial artist. Um, Most of the games that I do play are well, it's I'm Facebook's Pokemon Queen. We'll just go ahead and tell you. But I play primarily Pokemon. I am a competitive Pokemon player as well. And I also love RPGs, anything like Life Sims, Animal Crossing, Story Season, stuff like that. And I also enjoy party games. So I love Mario Party, Mario Kart. Anything that involves my community are the things that I love and enjoy. I also live here in good old North Carolina. And I think I've been streaming for 2.5 years, and I've only been a partner since March of this year. So that has been a journey in itself. But yeah, that's a little about me. And I'm a mermaid. Thanks.
Hello, hello, hello. My name is Emi Vener, and I am the founder of the Athena Alliance CLT, which is an all-female gaming organization based out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and beyond. I have a beautiful stream team of 14 women called the Gaming Goddesses, and they are full of content creators. They are variety gamers, casual gamers, and esports athletes. So I'm really happy to be here to discuss safe spaces in gaming. And I just want to go ahead and let everyone know that we are here in the Carolinas representing women gamers. So for the Southeast. So really proud to be here. I would say that the games that I like to play are Dead by Daylight, and I also like to play some Catherine, and I like to play a little bit of turn-based RPGs as well. So those are the games that I like to play. Thank you.
So hey, my name is Nicole. I go by Boomy online. If you see Boomy XO, that's me. This is actually one of the very few times that you will see my face on camera. I have a little online avatar that I use instead. But I primarily play Pokemon as well. But I'm on Twitch, so we have our own spaces for that, so we're not stepping on each other. I've been gaming since I was in diapers. I have my name in the credits of a video game, which is fun. Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 2 for the Xbox 360. Way back in the day. Yeah, it was pretty legit. We got to play Nerf battles all the time at that location. It was fun. I worked with him there. And I'm one of the newest members of the Athena Alliance stream team, so that's exciting. I get to start streaming with the team probably later this month. So we're super excited about that, and we're ready to get this started today. So let's hand this back over to Ed.
All right, so safe spaces in gaming, what does that mean? Well, for us, it means making others feel comfortable in the space, not breeding a toxic environment when it comes to fan bases or even in the esports scene. So we have seen those behaviors both locally and beyond on the global scale from various game studios, and we want to make sure that women have the voice to say, when they have felt uncomfortable, and also be able to play with others in an environment that, breeds camaraderie and friendship. So, those are the reasons why we wanted to start the Athena Alliance, as well as having, women that are in the industry be able to voice themselves and help others either get by getting into the industry, or just helping others with being able to have those relationships as they get older, because for women it is harder to maintain those safe relationships getting older. So what we did was, when we started the Gaming Goddesses team, almost none of the women knew each other. And, they came from not just the Carolinas, but they hailed from all the way out to the West Coast. And, I said, I recognize your ways that you play online and the way you communicate with your community. And I really feel that we are a like-minded group. So why don't we get together and really inspire the community to do more, and to expand out to others. And they all agreed. So we became a team. And this started around July of 2020. So this, has been about a year of us doing this. And, we've all grown close. As Imani said earlier, we hadn't met each other at all in real life. So to now be able to see my ladies in person and, for us to really have that bond right away is something amazing. And you don't really see that in a lot of gaming communities. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it to Imani and, just ask, what has it been like, being part of the team?
All right. So I joined the team, I think, yeah, around July, right? It was July. Okay. So I have been there for it's been like a year. Yes. Time flies, guy. I promise. It's sometimes you just forget and the time just goes. So it's honestly been an honor, and it is actually really hard to keep female friendships just in general. So my first thought, knowing that this would be a team full of women, was tough, because even in my actual life, my real life, it is not easy to maintain those relationships. I am a part of an all-female B-girl crew, and there's only 6 of us. And these 6 girls, including myself, are powerful, and we're just usually all on the same page. And that is the only group of girls that I have confidently been able to be myself around. So just knowing how life transpires and we keep moving and we meet new people and we grow, and I'm meeting and just vibing out with these ladies that I don't know, has been a blessing, because it's easier to talk to them. It's easier, and sometimes it's easier to do stuff behind a keyboard too. But even just taking down that wall and that barrier, like you can't keep the same stereotypes like all women are this or all women are that, because that's constantly what we do. And I'm not sure why. I mean, I do it too sometimes, but it really just depends. But it's usually for a good reason. But with that being said, you can't judge a book by its cover. And I think I was like, you know what? I have to just give these things a chance, because you never know what we can build. And y'all, it's been really good. It's been great. So I'm just blessed to be a part of the team, and I love each and every one of them. And like just seeing, like putting a face, even though I see their profile pictures and we're on Discord and we're in meetings and we're playing games together, it's like, oh snap, like you are here. I've only seen you from here up, and it's like I can see all of you. Like I can just feel your aura, like all together in one. So it's awesome, and it's just nice to have that energy around you, because we don't really get it. Usually we don't. It's not positive if we do, if that makes sense. But it's been nothing but positive with these ladies, so I love it. And it just, again, they're always just hyping me up, and I'm like, no girl, you do you, and like we can do that with each other. We can be excited for each other, So we also have another event coming up later this month, and we get to meet the rest of our team. Like there's still like 10 more of us coming, so that I know that's gonna be a party in itself. But it's been great, and I love it.
And Nicole, since we started the Athena Alliance CLT, you've kind of taken it upon yourself to really dig deep and make sure that our Discord community is safe, and also, make sure that you're moderating and, getting questions answered as quickly as possible for others. So, in terms of safety, what do you think that, our community provides over other gaming communities out there?
Well, I think it helps that everybody in the community was looking for a safe space. So we're all in that mindset of everybody here is welcome. And we're just going to be a community of like-minded individuals who just want to create this welcoming environment for everyone. And since I became a part of it shortly after it started, I was just a moderator on Discord, but I was immediately welcomed. And now as a part of the stream team, I immediately was just hyped up from the start. Like it was just, hey, you're on the team. Hey, cool. Here's all of this information and stuff. And we're doing this coming weekend and you're in. Okay. So I've just kind of been thrown into it, and it's been a whirlwind. It's been amazing. And I've just loved this whole community since I joined. Actually, was it like Christmas time? We had like a whole thing at your house with questions, and I gave away candles because I make candles. So I gave away some candles to some trivia winners. It was a lot of fun. We like to host events like that. We do anime days on the Discord, and it's a really fun environment for everybody that's there. And we have guys on the server too, because we have the Athena's allies, and it's just a good, healthy environment for everybody to be a part of.
And, I think one thing when we started doing events in North Carolina, we were able to do 2 in 2020 prior to the shutdown for COVID. So we wanted to highlight female protagonists, which was our very first event. And then our second event was actually focused on Black excellence in gaming. And we had, several Black owned gaming businesses, from organizers right down to gaming trucks, that came out and, were highlighted in the community. The whole purpose was for us to, give visibility to those that also like to foster safe environments for other people. And, the Athena Alliance is as much about the women as it is about our allies, the men that support us, being a highlighted part with the LGBT community, and just making sure that we do provide those instances for others. So with gaming, intrinsically most people just consider it to be esports, and that's the number one trigger word. However, when we view esports, we have, ladies on the team like Imani, who does Pokemon battles with her community. And, that is competitive. And we view that as an esport. We hold tournaments with the Smash community. We get involved with other games. And, we now have recently taken on our first female tournament organizer in Anastasia, who was recently with the Charlotte Phoenix. So, we heard her story, and we wanted to give her a place where she could be with other women, past, her dealings with that organization. We have seen what women in the community can do in terms of being in the gaming scene and being present and, wanting to push themselves out more. And it just makes sense to be a collective to kind of amplify each other, and not have to compete with each other in a space that doesn't feel like it's all in good fun. We don't want to be in a place where we're competing with each other and toxicity arises, and there are other instances that are usually tied with women. That's really not true. A lot of women are drawn to each other within gaming because it's hard to find others like us. So to form a bond with the community and say, wow, I know all of these women in the game, and they have lives, and their mothers and their sisters, and they have people that they take care of. Those were very important aspects from us, and we do have esports, but we also focus on the indies as well, because they have a lot to do with what women really want to experience when playing games. Story driven titles, with first person instances, or from the third person perspective, those are actually really popular with women, but it's really hard to find other women to get into either a guild with or a raid with and really communicate effectively. So we provide nights like Neverwinter Wednesdays, where ladies are able to come into the community, and we can play MMOs, or Trivia Tuesdays, and those are things that we've done digitally, and we're hoping now that things are starting to get a little bit better, that we can also start resuming public events as well.
Don't laugh. I'm laughing at myself, I promise. I promise I have it together. Okay. I guess I wanted to touch on like some of the things that I guess we go through as female gamers. And I know that there are slightly a few ways to help protect yourself on the internet. But I know that for myself, I do have 4 moderators for my chat, and I also have them like spread out through like my groups, and then for my supporters, basically my subscriptions, I have a separate group for them, and then I have my Discord, and then my live stream chat. But I try to give everybody a specific job. But you want to make sure that those people are always looking out for your best interest. And luckily, my moderators are able to do that. But a good way for I feel that I am able to protect myself on the internet is just having them like they need to be active and paying attention. Usually, when I am playing the game, and when you are playing the game, you are invested. And when you're live streaming, you are invested. You are there to provide entertainment and have fun. And that's what you should be doing on your live stream. And usually when that negativity is brought into the stream, I usually don't get to see it because that's how fast my moderators remove their comments. I usually look over to the screen and it says, comment removed by a moderator. And I'm like, okay, well, I didn't even get to see what it said, which is great because I try not to let those things affect me because often it's like, oh, I've never seen a woman playing this game. I've never seen a girl play Pokemon before. And I'm like, guys, you really probably have. If you play Pokemon, I promise. But I guess that they don't. Or my favorite is like, oh my gosh, a Black girl playing video games. Guys, yes, I exist. We exist. Okay. So as some people may laugh at this, I promise that these are the things that we hear on a daily. So it's not, those aren't negative, and I won't really go into some of the other negative things. Like one of my favorite questions that comes in, the first thing someone says as soon as I turn it on is, hey, do you have an OnlyFans? Sir, why and what are you doing? And it's disrespectful, first of all. Second of all, no. 3, it's none of your business, even if I do. But I don't. Anyways, but it's disrespectful, and it's making assumptions about women because that is just, people just assume that women are just one image, and we all do this. We all do this one thing. And even if they do, that's fine. But it's, you direct all of that negative energy towards women because you just think that we're a certain way or that we do these things. And I just want to play video games and have fun with my friends. And that's also okay. But I know my moderators also, they just keep track of all of that stuff. So I know that that's really good. And just not always putting your business out there on the internet. Like for us, we should, if people want to send you things, you should have a PO box. You should never, people do want to send stuff, and it can be like really cute gifts and stuff, but you should never send them like actual address. So always have a PO box. And even when you are mailing things out to your subscribers, whomever, you do not have to put like your actual address on. And if it gets, how the mail is, they're like, oh, you have to put something back so they can send it back. They can send it back to the UPSS. I don't care. It's fine. So try to keep yourself safe in those ways. And I know this is a small thing, but we like to switch screens a lot when you're like on YouTube or if you go to whatever. But when you're signing into things on the internet, you can sign in with your phone number or email or whatever. Also be sure that you don't have those screens showing, because sometimes I've only done it once, but that stream did not stay on the internet because I didn't want anyone to have my phone number. So, these are very small things, but things to keep us safe and just making sure that we are active in our safety, and that you also have someone to have your back for that kind of safety as well, if that makes sense. So yeah, those are just some of the things I always put out there for our female gamers to keep yourself safe.
I definitely encourage other women to seek out women that like playing the same games. But in the instances that you don't, just finding someone that you feel comfortable with playing your game. And if you're wanting to create content, someone that's going to be constantly in your chat, just like Amani is saying, to moderate and make sure that you are focused and you feel comfortable with what you're doing. That is really the most important part. We do have instances where, you may find a gentleman and they may, take an obsession with you. And those are instances where you do need to make sure that you are protected online. There are some times where I switch back and forth between using my name and using my gamer tag, which is Demon Angel Clone. And in those instances, I'm really just gauging who my audience is. So if I'm, I'm gaming in front of an audience and, my name really isn't that important to what I'm doing, then I usually won't tie in my first and my last name. For conversations that I do think are a little bit more important, and, you need to have that voice to say, well, this is that voice and this is who this person is. This is who that voice belongs to. I do find it's important to use my name because it holds a little bit more weight. So, those are things that, when you're online, you definitely want to make sure that you're carrying yourself, knowing who your audience is. If you're, going into a game chat in a game, there are certain communities that are a little bit more abrasive than others and have some vitriol. So in those cases, you do want to observe those communities prior to turning on your mic to the general party chat. Because if that's the case and you reveal yourself and you reveal your voice, most women either get called, oh, are you a little boy? Are you a woman? Are you a girl? And then, it leads into other questions. Some of those questions can be a little bit unsavory, and depending on how your voice sounds, people make assumptions online. They may, want to call you a slur just based on how you sound, or they may take, a vested interest in you that is unwelcome because of how you sound. So, those are things that women do worry about when gaming online. So how do we prevent those instances? Nicole, do you want to answer to something like that, just based on your experience?
Yeah. I have experience. So the reason that I use an avatar instead of my face cam when I'm streaming is actually because I was live one day and I had somebody come in a chat and say, "Hey, I recognize you. Do you live on such and such street?" And I was like, not answering that question on the internet. Let's not go there. And I just banned him from chat. And like 2 hours later, I had a bunch of pizzas delivered to my house. So, and of course he didn't pay for them. That would have been nice, but no, they were all cash on delivery. It was like $80, and I had to call Papa John's and get the person who placed the order. I got their phone number. I sent it to the police. Like, I did everything I could. They used a fake name, so of course I couldn't. But since then, I started using an avatar because I was like, I'm terrified to have my face on camera now. My mom bought me like a security system and like one of those Ring doorbells and stuff. So one good thing that I learned from that, actually, to build off of the like keeping yourself safe, is if you use Twitch, you can put in banned phrases and put in your phone number, your home address, and that way it'll automatically, if somebody comments it, it's gone. So I definitely did that. I set that up immediately. Same thing with like the city name, any kind of personal information that I have anywhere is a banned term in my Twitch chat. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. And I haven't had any more pizzas since, but that was slightly unsettling to get a bunch of pizzas sent to my house, which was weird because I actually had ordered pizza. So I had my delivery and the other guy's delivery show up at the same time. It was weird. I was like, so you guys think that I ordered one pizza and then 7 more? I paid for this one on my card, but those, nah. So I made them take them back. But that is just a good idea to keep yourself safe, is to add banned terms to your Twitch that way. And you will see a little message like, Automod caught this. And it's like, okay, cool. Someone's trying to be bad. But people can be persistent. People can be creepy. And I was completely unnerved by the pizza. I just call it Pizzagate but it's super important, especially for women online, to keep yourself safe, because people do get a vested interest in you and they are relentless. And it's terrifying. Like, I had to call the police and I hadn't had to do that. And I don't even live in a great neighborhood where I'm living. Like, they're still shooting off fireworks. We're in August. I was like, y'all, I don't know if you're late or early at this point, but like, time's up, homie. Like, I gotta sleep. I work from home, and they were setting off in the middle of the day. So like, I need new neighbors. Anybody? The place next door to me is open for rent if anybody wants to. But yeah, so keeping yourself safe is super important, and it can get really scary, and people have lost their lives because people have sent like SWAT raids to their house, and people are awful. People can be terrible. And it's just this day and age, everything's available online. If you have like a username, you can get everybody's everything. And it's scary. So just important to keep yourself safe, and don't give out contact information on Twitch under any circumstance. Direct them to your Discord, have them DM you, whatever, but random viewers, just nah, man. Like, it's no for me, dog. Like, I do the same thing that Imani does. Like, for my subscribers, I have special channels on my Discord, and I'll host like, let's watch a movie at 3 o'clock in the morning because I can't sleep. So I'll just like turn something on Netflix, and a couple people will pop in and watch with me, and it's cool and it's fun, and it builds that community and it builds that trust with these viewers. Just gotta make sure they don't get too like attached. Yeah, make sure to set very clear boundaries. That is probably the most important information I could give, is set clear and definitive boundaries with people. Yes, ma'am.
So Nicole brought up a great point. Supporters and or subscribers, they do pay a monthly fee to support you as a content creator. There are also things such as bits for Twitch and then stars for Facebook gaming that you can send, which converts into money for us to keep doing what we do for you guys. And so we have these great things, but a really good note that I want everyone to take away from this is that you are not owed anybody anything. So usually when you do generous acts of sorts, which is donating money for us to continue doing what we do, it's because you want to see us flourish, or you know that my mic is not good and you want to help me get a new mic, or my chair just broke and I'm sitting on the floor streaming for you guys, but you want to help me get a new chair. Usually it's for something great, not because you should be able to message me on your own time. You should be able to go on a date with me because of this. Because I sent you these amount of stars, I think that you owe me. We don't owe you anything. So I want specifically women to make sure that just because X amount of people are sending you this amount of money, it should be from their heart, and it's because they want to support you, not because they feel like you have to give them anything. And I know we tend to feel guilty on one hand because it's like we can only do but so much, which is like, again, Nicole mentioned movie nights, like, that's special time with us. You know what I mean? Like, we're taking our time and you're taking time out of you for us to spend time together outside of a stream that we all spend time together anyways, if that makes sense. So, there are different things. Like I know every month I used to do, I sent out stickers. So I get stickers made. Every month I'd be like, send me your address, guys. I'm mailing out stickers for the month. And, because you are monthly supporting me, I try to send something out to you guys. You know what I mean? So it's like, you just try to keep that interaction strong, but it's like, I'm not giving you too much, like I'm not sending you 5-6 gift boxes because, you sent me a whatever amount of money. No, we don't owe anybody anything. Okay. And people will try to take advantage of you that way. And I've seen it way too many times. I think about 2 months ago, this guy had messaged me and he was asking, he was like, what's your Cash App? And my Cash App is in my like description, and my PayPal's at the bottom, like the very bottom. And I was like, you can just like go look for it if you really want it. And he's like, no, request this money from me. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that either. And he's like, well, if I was just thinking about sending you this money and then like you can FaceTime with me while I'm on the beach. And I'm like, absolutely not. No. And he's like, and I was like, if this keeps going, you're going to get banned and you won't be able to hear or see from me. And that's it. And he's like, oh no, I'm so sorry. I just thought, it's not that I don't care what you thought, but we're not doing that. And he's like trying to send me large amount of money. And I'm like, no. Now he has your phone number. You know what I mean? Like it's already a no. So just make sure that you don't feel guilty about those kinds of things. And that will also keep ourselves safe by doing things like this. Like you have to have those boundaries, just as Nicole said, clear boundaries. And I mean clear, like they should be written in stone. Oh, Yes, I exactly. And also Discord servers, you can have this thing where you like set up your rules, and when people join, they have to accept those rules before they come in and run their mouth into Discord, okay? Make sure you're paying attention to things like that too. Because if they don't read those rules, they won't stay. And that's fine because you probably don't need to be in there if you did not accept my rules. So, but again, the boundaries are super duper important. Take care of yourself. Thank you.
I think the last thing I wanted to touch on, regarding this topic, these are instances that we're saying from the content creator perspective. Even deep within the industry, 2020 was known as the Me Too in gaming movement, where women were speaking out, saying how they didn't feel safe, within the industry from a woman going online and publicly saying that a gentleman from Ubisoft, had her blacklisted simply because she rebuked his advances, or how Rocksteady had 10 out of 16 women from the studio noted as sexually harassed from other employees, and even more recently, the Activision and Blizzard walkout occurred just because those women, still feel like there is a frat culture in the company. And a lot of the women that are employees of that studio, they are the ones that are coordinating the events and, are overseeing a lot of the game designs that happen from, your favorite titles from, World of Warcraft to Overwatch, right down to Call of Duty. And then, that puts a stain on those titles, even from someone from my standpoint. When I was at CGS last year, I competed in the Overwatch tournament. And this year, in solidarity, I've decided to not do that. Just because, those titles now hold a different meaning, for someone who is really wanting to support women, in gaming. So I do think that it's important that if you are really wanting to support women in gaming, find organizations that hold those titles. There are a lot of different organizations online, from, Brown Girl Gamer Code and, Women in Games. And, there are different organizations that are out there that do that. Representing the Southeast, I would definitely say we are the ones here that are making those initiatives very clear, and just wanting those spaces to really exist, and wanting to give people that opportunity to have those spaces. So we are here at the Carolina Game Summit. If you happen to be here this weekend, please come by our booth. Supporting can be anything from just listening to the initiatives, to playing with us, to really investing in us. And with that, we can go ahead and expand out further and do more for, women and young girls in the community. So that is definitely the last point that I wanted to touch on. And, I just want to thank everyone for, watching today and, really listening to us. I'm Emi Vener. You can find me online under Demon Angel Clone, and you can find me on Xbox and PC under the same gamer tags as well. And if you decided to join our server, I'm usually in there, during our Tuesday nights, and, always planning something. We have women's groups on Facebook that are, dedicated to, having women speak out on, whatever topic they feel like speaking out on. And then, we have our allies group as well that is really active. And, we post a lot of news, and we post a lot of updates about our group in there as well, if you're just wanting to keep up with our organization. So with that being said, I think that is what I had to say about safe spaces in gaming. And, ladies, I want to thank you both for coming up here with me today to do this. And, just, having these women in my life has been a very big part of my growth. So, that is my last thing. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. I don't have anything constructive to add, so.
You can find me on all social media as Lil Chaos Gaming. Literally Lil Chaos Gaming. Literally, I'm really small but chaotic, and I like games. So you can find me on everything: Instagram, TikTok. TikTok's kind of my favorite right now. Facebook. Just started a YouTube channel and Twitter. Is that all social media? Yeah, all those. Yep. See? Mm-hmm.
I probably should have plugged myself, huh? Yeah, I'm running on like an hour and a half of sleep. So like, yeah, there was a brawl outside my hotel window this morning at like 2:00. So it was fun. Yeah, Boomy_XO on literally every platform: Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Twitch. I have just made a YouTube also, which I've uploaded like 1.5 videos to. Second one like errored out and hasn't uploaded, and I gave up on it. But yeah, TikTok's blown up lately, which is exciting. I just got sponsored with an energy drink company, so I have my own flavor of energy drink. So that was like my crowning achievement. I have an energy drink can that has my name on it, and it tastes legit. But yeah, you should check me out. And I have like a pet cam on my stream and stuff, and it's awesome. And if you're here, I have merch at the Athena Alliance table, so come check us out and behold my awkwardness in person. The end of me.
And with that, thank you so much, everyone. Does anyone have any questions? Can we divert? Does anyone? All right. Well, we are the Athena Alliance CLT at Athena CLT Online. And thank you so much. You have a great day.